gut-wrenching just knowing the people that live here. Like, some of them aren't going to be able to recover, some of them are older.
Tonight, we're getting a look at the extensive damage after tornadoes swept through Oklahoma over the weekend.
The storms devastated small towns, killing 4 people.
You're watching Fox 23 News at 6. I'm Shay Rozzi.
And I'm Rick Marinon. Sarah's off tonight. Thanks for joining us. One of the hardest hit places was the city of Sulfur. With a population of less than 5,000, one person died there in Saturday's storms.
It's so awful. It's about a 2.5-hour drive southwest of Tulsa. Our severe weather team coverage begins this hour with Fox 23's Devin Lyon. He's live just outside of Sulfur, giving us a look at the damage.
Shay and Rick, I just want you to take a step back and we'll put in perspective. People's livelihoods and homes were uprooted by this tornado. Just earlier today, I was walking through the rubble and foundation of people's homes, but the response and the outpouring of love has been massive, with city teams, state teams, and volunteer teams from all over Oklahoma and from across state lines. Dozens of trucks line each street cleaning up the wreckage. Along with the American Red Cross, several churches and volunteer organizations are here handing out food, water, and necessities, and volunteering to help any way they can. After the EF3 tornado ripped through the neighborhood, it destroyed downtown Sulfur. I spoke with several people here today, from locals, first responders, and volunteers from in and out of state. They're all working to help clean the damage from the tornado and help people who live here recover. I asked everyone I spoke about the reaction of when they first saw the aftermath of Saturday night's tornado and why it's so important to be here and help.
When you pull into a town that's this small and you see absolute devastation, it kind of hits you right in the heart, and you just want to jump in and help. Like, we didn't know what to do, we didn't know where to go, but obviously people needed help, so we're more than happy to do whatever we needed to do.
Yeah, it's hard, you know, to take it all in and to know what to tell you there. Like, you know, are talking, it's kind of a speechless feeling, you know. Part of it for me is it's still sinking in, just all the damage and all the repercussions and things that are going to come from this that we don't even know, you know, that are still happening. So kind of figuring it out as we go here.
It's just unimaginable. You're used to going into a residential area and seeing homes, not just piles of debris. So it's how do you process that? It's hard to really understand until you see it. You just can't comprehend what it's really like. And to see the lives that were affected and the homes that were leveled. These are people's livelihoods that we're looking at in piles of rubble right now.
Now, people in Sulfur are having trouble getting into the downtown area. The city is having limited access for the next 2 days, but they'll reassess if they'll lift that after the next two days tonight. The only people allowed through are with an orange entry card, and they did run out today. The OHP is working on getting more of those. Until then, the Oklahoma Department of Transportation told me that they're just working on moving some of the rubble and the trees off the streets and helping get people to safety, and then they can work on restoring power to some of the areas. Live outside of Sulfur, covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
With all of that damage in Sulfur, people in Tulsa here are raising money to help rebuild that city. Fox 23's Jenna James learned how an Oklahoma bank is helping the victims now.
This Bank First location at 41st and Yale is just one of the many locations across our state that's helping the victims of the Sulfur tornado by accepting monetary donations.
Seeing everything as it is and covered with water, I mean, it was insane to see all that damage. All these houses too have been here since, like, you know, the 60s and everything, and for this to be what finally did it, you know, they've stood for a long time, and here we are now with, you know, almost nothing left.
Sulfur is 2.5 hours from Tulsa. The town is devastated after Saturday night's tornado.
My dad was asleep and I was trying to call him. He wasn't answering, and the glass busted through my dad's bedroom and hit him in the head with a board, and that's what woke my dad up.
As Oklahomans step up to help people like Casey McCracken's dad, all Bank First locations in our state are accepting donations. They've set up a special account to help the town rebuild. Downtown Sulfur is reduced to cinder blocks and piles of debris torn apart in seconds. Then, in the midst of darkness, a sign of hope.
Oh my God, Aunt Vicky, it's okay. That set that Grandma was gonna give you? Yes.
I know that everything's gonna be all right, and thanks to everybody here and everybody's willingness to help, that we're gonna go ahead and get it all handled.
We are definitely that community that everybody wants to have. Sulfur has that.
For the full details on how you can donate, go to our website, fox23.com, and click on this story. In Midtown Tulsa, covering news that matters, Jenna James, Fox 23 News.
A GoFundMe is now set up for the Holdenville family who lost their baby in the storms. The Skeen family lost their 4-month-old child after a tornado ripped through Holdenville. The Skeens also lost their house, 2 vehicles, and almost everything they owned. So far, the GoFundMe has raised over $12,000. If you'd like to support the Skeens in their time of great need, we have a link to donate on fox23.com.
Oh, just so heartbreaking. And if you or someone you know needs a shelter, the American Red Cross of Oklahoma opened 2 shelters in the hardest hit areas. Crossway First Baptist Church in Sulfur is now open, as well as Christ Community Church in Ardmore. Our severe weather team coverage continues now in Morris, that's near Okmulgee, where people are cleaning up debris after a tornado hit there Saturday night. Fox 23's Jade Murrow talked to a woman in Morris about damage to her home and the kindness of strangers in response.
This Morris resident was watching the news, making sure that her home wasn't one of the many that got hit by Saturday's storm. Once she came home and saw that her house was damaged, she lost all hope until the unexpected happened. Brittany Casey's home had a fully snapped tree in front of her house, a street light broken in half, and scraps of someone's roof on her yard. That's what she faced. But what she didn't expect to see when she got home from her mom's was a group of people, many she didn't know, already working to clean up her yard.
I've never seen so many people out here yesterday just walking, saying, "Can I help you? Do you need anything?" It was awesome and really, really very humbling to see that we still have people that are willing to just go out of their way to help.
Casey didn't believe damages would be cleaned up by now because of what she saw on the way home.
Just around this town, it looked like a war zone. Trees everywhere, power lines everywhere, uprooted trees, just everywhere you can possibly think of, through homes.
This is what her home looks like now. The people who helped her were able to clear her yard in just 10 hours, and she thought cleanup would take weeks to finish. Casey says what they did really resonated with the town's motto, a little city with a big welcome.
Kind of chokes me up because I love these people so much. The people in this community is what makes it so great. And whoever you are that helped me yesterday, thank you.
In Morris, covering news that matters, I'm Jade Morrow, Fox 23 News.
But the city of Morris still cleaning up streets, homes, businesses, and schools. Morris Public Schools posted on Facebook, schools will be closed again Tuesday. The district says they do hope to return on Wednesday.
A couple is in awe after spotting a pair of tornadoes on Lake Eufaula. Check this out. They shot this video around 6 last night.
You can see one of the tornadoes forming on top of the lake at Juniper Point. It's also a water spout when it forms over the lake. Now, we spoke with the Murrow family who shot this video. They said they had never seen a tornado before, so this was kind of exciting for them.
I was freaking. I was just like,
it's pretty awesome.
You gotta call my mom, because my mom and everybody was up, like, just in the house with the kids, but it wasn't coming towards the house, but I was excited. I don't know.
Yeah, more excitement when it's not coming toward you or your home. So far, there have been no reports of any damage caused by those tornadoes.